6, Philco and Jade for breakfast this morning, and it has been plaguing us for a week now, ever since the Kandanga Hotel paranormal investigation that took place a week ago.
Oh, it has been a week too.
Yeah, it has just been really creepy. Not only here, we had equipment meltdown Monday. Our phones didn't work for a few hours, and it's been glitching in and out even this morning. But the biggest thing being for me is that I've had remotes on my TV at home. I put new batteries in every day, and by the end of the day they're draining. I've actually got to put new batteries in all the time. And the Night Watchers actually mentioned that entities and spirits use energy from wherever they can, not only from you yourself but also from nearby devices, which proves they can interact. And that is part of the energy they take is from batteries. I'm finding my mobile phone by the bed discharges in like a matter of hours.
Are all the things by your bed going flat easily?
Yeah, everything else, every device by the bed.
That's what I thought.
The lamp with the batteries in it.
Everything.
Other stuff that's in the bedroom.
Not from overuse.
No. I thought I'd get in touch with Pete from the Night Watchers to help us out, because he did explain to all of us there Thursday night what we have to do to remove these entities that are real. Pete, good morning, brother.
Pete.
Morning, guys.
Mate, we're back and everything's fine for me. I'm good as gold. I had a great experience, thought it was very positive. I also didn't sneak out in the middle of the night, as you well know. But Bilks reckons he's come home with something. And it's not spots or insects, it's an entity.
No, that's not a good thing.
I know you explained to us there last week, Peter, how to get rid of those entities, and I must admit I scarpered fairly quickly after our investigation, so I didn't spend the time to clear the entity. What do I need to do? Is there a phrase or is there something I need to actually say? You did mention it last week to all of us.
Yeah, basically, the best thing you can do, Bilko, is firstly, if you have a spirit that's attached itself to you, you need to ignore it to begin with. Now, if you ignore it, 9 times out of 10, entities do get bored and they move on. But, like I said that night, which was an amazing investigation and really looking forward to seeing the episode, but what you need to do is, what you should have done when you left was, if there are any spirits here, you're not welcome to follow me, you're not welcome to come with me, you've got to stay here, and you're just 100% not welcome. Now, in saying that and doing that, basically 9 times out of 10 is that spirit will stay. They'll remain where they are. They won't follow you.
Yeah.
But what has happened is that because you didn't say it and you skedaddled,
I couldn't wait to get out of there. That's the thing. I just zoomed so quick.
Yeah, what's happened is the spirit, by the sounds of it, has attached itself to you. Now, myself and Dan, and to a lesser extent my partner Ange, we've all got attachments, but what we do with our attachments is we ignore them. There are many things you can do.
But how do you ignore them, Pete, when you've got, my battery remote? I mean, I've gone
He can't afford to keep buying batteries, Dan. He's got to do something.
Yeah, this is a good point. Well, what I would do personally, because of the attachment that's obviously found interest in you, I would get a cleansing. And what I mean by a cleansing, if you're a religious person, you can go to your priest and get them to do a cleansing of you and your home.
Yep.
If you're not religious, you can grab a medium. Now, a lot of mediums out there do know how to do cleansing, so they can come and cleanse you and your home. And basically what that is they have like sage and stuff like that, and they walk around your home and bless your home, and they help the spirits move on. So basically, if you're not religious, okay, you need to get a medium.
Oh, he's religious. He's very religious.
Well, we chatted to a medium connected with you guys, that young Hayley, so I might reach out to her, but it sounds really serious. I've got to go that far.
Pete, what can happen?
Well, basically, it depends on what type of entity it is. To be honest with you, there's so many different forms. Like, for example, demonic entities are extremely rare, so I wouldn't worry about that. I'd put that out of your head. But a lot of earth-bound spirits, what I'm saying is when people pass on. Now, how they are in life is how they're going to be in death. Now, if you've got a really good person, they're going to be a really good spirit. If you've got a really bad person, they're going to be an evil spirit. So basically, I'm guessing that it hasn't affected you, because what they can do if it's...
Well, I've had no whisperings in the ear, or I haven't had any inklings or anything out of the corner of my eye. I just don't feel anything.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to begin with. So I would say it's probably just someone that passed on, is either lost, it doesn't understand what's happened to itself. So it could be possibly a good spirit. Now, if it's a bad spirit, you're going to get pokes, you're going to get whispers in the ears, you're going to have lights flickering on and off, doors closing. I've had this happen to me.
Okay.
I've had poltergeist experience, so it can be really terrifying. But from what you've said, it sounds basically
mischievous,
like so the best way, contact Hayley. I'll even reach out to Hayley today for you as well.
Thank you.
And we'll see what we can do for you, mate, because it's a pain in the backside when they start draining equipment. You know, like I've been on many investigations where they've used my energy, they've drained all the equipment, and we're going through 3 or 4 batteries on our cameras, and sometimes it can be a complete pain in the backside.
That's not even the bit I'm worried about. It's just having a ghost attached to him. I'm not worried about his batteries. I couldn't give a rat's. I'm like, don't bring that stuff in here.
It could be coming to work, you see. And it has affected gear in the studio too, so it's not, it needs to go. We might need to save both my home and the studio.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's attached to you, mate. So if it's following you to work, then it's your attachment.
All right, thank you, Pete.
Your attachment. Yeah, you're an attachment, Billiken.
Well, if we get hold of
Pete.
Hayley, we might next week see if we can get her in here to do something just to help us out, which would be great. But that Night Watch's paranormal video from our investigation still being worked on, and as soon as it goes live, we'll let you know. Morning, Em, Mayor of Tyro. How you going?
Fabulous. It sounds like you're not going too fabulous.
I like the smile in your voice, by the way. I love that you've got the Nicky Nas I told you so's in your voice there, Em.
Well, you did talk it up. What do you expect? But
And Jade was in the room when I sat there, because the boys were saying use their energy and don't prey on anyone else, but I sat there and said, use me! And I used the word use me, abuse me. It sort of just is a moniker I have, and unfortunately, I was joking at the time, thinking, this will be good for the video. I'm now paying for it.
They've taken you for a run for your money, mate.
Absolutely.
Have you got any sage at your place that I could use?
I've had many of encounters like that before, and I taught my kids and everything as well. So when I have it happen to me, I chant the Lord's Prayer, and I also use the words, "You are not welcome here. You need to leave."
As simple as that, is it? Okay. You are not welcome.
Yeah.
Well,
And from the flip side, though, I get inquisitive, and I actually ask them, "What do you need from me? Why are you attached to me?" Because there's generally a reason.
Well, Jade thought we were talking to a young boy. Some of the responses were like a little boy would come back at you with very smart-assy, weren't they?
Yeah, no, well, just ask it. What do you need from me? What do you want from me? I've done that once before, and I actually had the spirit, I rolled over in my bed, and the spirit was laying right beside me looking at me.
Oh, God.
You haven't had full-on apparitions, have you? Are you saying a feeling, or was something like there?
No, there was something there. I would have been about 13 at the time, and I had a digital alarm clock. At 1:29 every single morning I would wake, and my alarm would be turned off. And then I've happened probably for about a week, and I said to my nana, something's going on, and she said, next time it happens, just say, "Who are you? What do you want from me?" And I did that, and the curtain in my room lifted up, the window wasn't open. And then I rolled over, and a woman was laying beside me, and she was actually murdered in Gympie. She was a friend of ours, and the only way she could be identified was by a tattoo that my stepfather had put on her. So she was trying to get someone to identify her body.
Oh, God.
That's really close to home. Well, I mean, obviously she wanted to reach out and get a message to the world, so you helped her in that way, getting identified, but I just hope this spirit is a bit more. It's having fun with my remotes and stuff, so maybe it's a mischievous one, hopefully.
Absolutely. Just say, "What do you want?" and tell it it's not welcome, and you should be right as rain, Bill. Never invite them.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Sitting there saying, use me, use my energy. I was like, that's a bad idea.
Mouth, I know. I'm just a big mouth idiot, aren't I? Hey,